lemons, you turn it into lemonade. Sometimes you get the unexpected, and what do you do with it? So I was given some fresh alligator meat. Actually, it was captured, if you will, frozen, and now it's thawed. So I thought this was a great time to talk about food safety with fresh meats or meats that have been frozen and then you want to cook with them. So we're going to start with gator meat. So what I'm going to do first, because it was frozen, I just like to give it a quick rinse just in case there was some ice particles on it. Woo, that's going to need to be patted off. Actually, I just want to wash my hands. I'm going to be washing my hands a lot with this guy. Just because you want to make sure your hands are clean, and I'm automatically going to my meat cutting board because we don't want to cross-contaminate it with anything else. Now, when I have asked people what do they know about alligator meat, the first response is, oh, I think it tastes like chicken. So I'm going to cook it just like I do making baked chicken nuggets. So I'm going to cut it into pieces. And anytime you're given fresh meat or fish that somebody caught and it was legal, you want to make sure that it smells fresh. This actually smells pretty good. So that's great. So that's a good sign. If anybody gives you game or fish and it doesn't smell fresh, if you doubt it, then just pitch it because you're just putting yourself at risk. You always want to make sure that fish or meat is put right on ice and then put in the refrigerator or frozen immediately. Refrigerator temperatures less than 40 degrees and freezer temperatures 0. Okay, so these look great. The next thing I want to do is, what I would do for baked chicken nuggets is I usually put them in yogurt. You can also use an egg wash with milk, but because I have kids, it's really easier just to coat them in a yogurt, and it does the same thing. You could always use light or non-fat mayonnaise, does the same thing. All we're doing is coating it so that the breadcrumbs stick. And you know what? I want to add some salt and pepper to this first, just to give it a nice little layer of seasoning. So we're going to coat this, and I'm going to try cooking it 2 different ways. One is in a cast iron skillet, and then I also want to try it baked, just to see which texture comes out better. So over here, I have my panko breadcrumbs mixed with a little bit of Cajun seasoning and a little bit of salt-free steak and chop herbs and seasonings. Okay, so let's just put these. This is just a small amount of gator, so I'll just put them all in at the same time. And if you've ever done this with kids, I like to have one child get the messy, creamy mixture, another child put the breadcrumbs on, and then another one put them on the baking pan. Okay. I'm going to try cooking it 2 different ways. The meat is pretty thin, so I'm going to try it in the cast iron skillet. I'm just going to use my fingers. I have put yogurt and breading on all of these. So the thinner pieces, I just have this on medium heat, a little bit of oil in the pan, and get a nice sear on it. I'm actually looking for the thinner pieces to go in the skillet here. And then with the other ones, I want to put them in the oven and boil them. This meat it has the texture of kind of like a catfish. So I'm going to just treat it like catfish, like I would make catfish nuggets. Because alligator, it's not a mammal, is it? We're not really going to treat it like chicken. To me, it's more like the bottom dweller catfish.
They're mammals.
Are they mammals? Okay.
I think so.
But they are cold-blooded. They're not warm-blooded. We're going to have to look that up. Okay. But regardless, they are the texture, and I guess different parts of the alligator you're going to cook different ways. I know that the tougher parts we're supposed to marinate overnight. This one seems pretty tender, so I think we're safe with a tender finish. Looks pretty good. Okay, every time we're working with raw meat, we always wash our hands when we're done so we don't contaminate ourselves with any bacteria that's on the raw animals. Okay, I just have this on low boil. I'm going to put this in here. We're going to see how they turn out. I'm going to do probably about 5 to 10 minutes on each side and see what the finished product is like. Okay, let's check to see how they're doing. I did these on a low broil on each side for about 5 minutes a piece. And always good to use a meat thermometer, just in case. And because these are more in the reptile fish category, the food safety rule of fish is just until it flakes. But it does have a texture more like pork or chicken. So this temperature, this is where they're done. This is up to 170. So for sure it's done. Over 165 would be the goal for chicken. So these are absolutely done. And what I will do then, they look pretty good. They're browned on each side. We're going to let these cool a bit, and then we're going to see how our taste testers like Gator Nuggets. We're going to try the boiled ones and the cast iron skillet ones. Ready? Go ahead and try. You want to try it with squeeze of lemon or honey mustard with it? Huh? Try. Grandma's going to try first.
Yep. Here, let's try it, Lisa. Here we go.
I want to try it with lemon.
Dip it in. See what.
Let's see. Try it, Lisa.
It's sour.
It's, yeah, the lemon is sour. You squeeze the lemon on the food.
That's good.
All right?
Mm-hmm. I like it. It tastes good.
I didn't dip it in.
Dip it.
No.
This is good.
It does not taste like chicken, right? It tastes like,
It doesn't have the flavor, as much flavor as chicken.
but it doesn't have a fishy flavor.
No?
It tastes like gator. It's not pork, but it's
No.
fine. It's not fatty.
It has its own unique taste.
It does, but it's good. What do you think? Don't like it?
Yeah, she's stuffing it in her mouth.
I like, which ones were these?
This is the in the oven, and that's on the
I like
cast
the other
iron.
one
I
better.
want the sour lemon.
Okay, well you squeeze that right on it.
I like the other one better.
Okay, just try the. You like the oven one better?
It's a little more tender. I think it's good.
I'm Sarah. I'm a registered dietitian, and if I didn't answer all your questions about food safety, please go to homefoodsafety.org.